The following is a presentation of the Mat Talk Podcast Network.
The mind of Pat Popolizio is a wondrous thing. And for you Pack wrestling fans, you'll get to go inside the mind of the Skip each and every episode here on the Pack Mentality Pop-Ins podcast. Now, here's your host, NC State Director of Athletics Digital Communications, Brian Reinhardt.
We've been talking about for weeks, even months, the 2019-20 NC State wrestling season is finally upon us, and what better way to kick off the season than with 3 home events this weekend. We get into that and a ton more on this latest episode of the Pack Mentality Pop-Ins podcast. I'm your host, NC State Director of Athletics Digital Communications, Brian Reinhardt, and joining me to talk about all of this home action is the head coach of the Wolfpack, Pat Popolizio.
Good afternoon, Brian.
Pat, catch your breath real fast because neither one of us is going to get much rest this upcoming weekend, as there's just a bevy of Wolfpack action for fans to come out and enjoy in Raleigh this weekend. And going to give you a quick rundown. How about this for some home action? Friday night, inside historic Reynolds Coliseum, NC State will host Old Dominion at 7 o'clock. Then on Saturday afternoons, the Wolfpack Duals will be in Carmichael Gymnasium starting at noon. Plenty of time to watch the duels, then get over to Carter Finley for the night game. Then on Sunday, back in Carmichael, 10 mats of action, the annual Wolfpack Wrestling Club Open. Wow, Pat. Giving the fans here in Raleigh what they want. Plenty of Wolfpack action to see in person this weekend.
No doubt about it. Great way to kick off the season right at home with 3 days of wrestling right here in Raleigh. I'll make sure I bring you some coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
All right. What do you want, Mountain Dew?
No, I like a hot English breakfast tea.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's your style.
I'm very European now.
Yeah, apparently. Look and see with that sweatshirt you're wearing.
It's cold outside today. But before we get into all the NC State action of this upcoming weekend, I want you to catch us up on some Wolfpack Wrestling Club action and big tournament this weekend up in New York, the Bill Farrell Memorial. It's going to be taking place. And this tournament really kicks off the months-long journey to the 2020 Olympic trials. And 4 wrestlers are registered from the Wolfpack's RTC: Tommy Gant and Quentin Godley at 74 kilos, Lee Davis at 86, and Michael Machiavelli at 97. Couple things to hit on. First, tell us how this tournament works for advancement towards the team trials. And seems like Machiavelli, he has settled on 97 kilos for the Olympic cycle. How did that decision come about?
Yeah, this is going to be a good weekend for all these guys. It obviously, the highest place finisher from U.S. will qualify for the Olympic trials. So I think you're seeing a lot of guys kind of testing the waters there. And then I think some guys are going there just to continue to get better. And that's the same thing with our guys. We're going out there to compete, win the thing. And the training's been really good, watching these guys be consistent and focusing on things they need to get better at, going overseas and coming back. And I think that's what you're going to see guys make adjustments. As far as Mock goes, I think he believes it's the best thing for him and his style of wrestling is to stay up. And if you've seen him lately, he is really thick and big and strong and powerful. So I think it will work to his advantage going up to that weight. And at this point, dropping down to 6 weights, no matter what weight you're wrestling, there's going to be deep, tough competition. And I know our guys are embracing that. And the luxury is they get to train with each other in this room. So it's going to be exciting to see what these guys can accomplish this weekend.
Now, before you come out and watch the NC State wrestling team in home action this weekend, take some time and visit us both online and on social media, because there's been so much content we've pushed out for our fans to enjoy to get them ready for the season. GoPack.com, that's your home for all kind of previews. Great Hayden Hidlay feature story was posted this week. We took a special look at the ODU in addition to probable stars and some preseason facts on the Wolfpack. Again, visit GoPack.com. Then over on social media, again, just crushing it with content. 2 great video series currently going on. Our version of Impractical Jerkers and the Red Shirts are coming. great hosting skill for those red shirt videos, and tons of graphics, even more content exclusive to our channels. And make sure you follow us on Twitter at Pack Wrestle and on Instagram at Wolfpack Wrestling throughout the season. And as always, don't just listen to this podcast on GoPack or YouTube. Go in, subscribe. You'll automatically download each episode. And we're available every podcasting platform, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher. Pat, I'm done hawking all of my self-promotions. You have anything you need to hawk here?
Well, I will say SAD of the year last year has stepped up his game big time. So we all appreciate and recognize your hard work there. Because I think you were naming your resume from last year.
It was. I mean, I tried to. But it was funny. I mean, everybody tells me I have a face for radio, but I want to prove it now on video.
It's a voice.
I have but I had the face for radio. That means I'm behind the scenes.
You look good today, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. Competition week, finally here. What a great way to start with a rivalry matchup against a good team in Old Dominion. How excited are you to get your guys out there in front of the home crowd in Reynolds and just get the season underway?
Yeah, it's to that point. These guys have been competing in-house with each other for months now. And it is. You get to that point and you need to get out there and compete with outside competition. No better way to start it off with a team that's, ranked in the top 25, got ranked guys across the board and some key matchups that obviously are going to be high level. So we are looking forward to this, to always get ODU's A game, and our guys need to be ready, and we're going to get tested Friday, and I'm excited to see how our guys step up to the plate here.
I was going to say, put us in the guys' shoes for this Friday night duel. Is it harder, maybe some jitters going out there for their first duel compared to January and February where you have a duel every weekend and it just sort of becomes routine during that time of the year?
Yeah, you're going to get a little rust off first time down the weight, but the luxury of that is everybody made weight last weekend, wrestled in a in-house exhibition duel outside, a little cold, but it was good. So I think you're going to get that. I think you also get the excitement of first time going out there to wrestle in the season starting up. So we'll have that. And at the end of the day, our guys are experienced. We got a lot of guys returning that have had a lot of matches under their belt. So I don't think it's anything different. A lot of these guys competed year round. So it's just now getting in sync week to week, making weight every week and having our routine down. And that's something we've been focusing in on the last couple of weeks, is just getting our routine, what we're going to do day before, day of, and then mentally getting ready to go out there and compete.
Bringing the Monarchs back down to Raleigh, 6th straight season you guys are facing them. It has been quite a good matchup over the years. ODU is ranked in the preseason top 25 in the coaches poll, and it's the opening duel for both squads. And there's going to be 3 ranked matchups potentially here, and just some exciting battles. At 125, we could see number 13, redshirt freshman Jakob Camacho, take on a top 10 foe in his very first match of his Wolfpack career, and number 7, Michael McGee. We've seen McGee multiple times over the years. Very good wrestler. What kind of challenge is this for Camacho to open up his season?
It's great. No better way to go out there and beat somebody that's established themselves as one of the best guys in the country. And that's the kind of thing we're looking to do with guys that are freshmen here, is to know that they can go out and compete at the highest level right away. So that's something we obviously got to be ready for and know that it's going to be a high-level wrestling on both ends. And I think it's one of those. Both guys are really quick, super fast. So it's going to be an entertaining match. Both guys can wrestle very well and put up a lot of points. So I think that's going to be one of the more entertaining matches come Friday night.
At 125, do you ever have a super slow guy? You said you said super fast. I just assumed all 125s were
That's
super
not
fast.
necessarily true. Okay. I won't throw him under a bus, but I don't think Sean was super fast, but he was super good.
Okay.
Different style of wrestling.
Yeah. Going up to 141, we have a battle of 2018 All-Americans and number 11, Tariq Wilson, facing number 14, Perry. Perry, another guy you guys saw twice last season. New weight for Tariq. I know he is excited for this bout to open up his season.
Yeah, and he smiles a little bit more now up at 41, so that's good. And he's big. And I think he grew a couple, 6 inches over the summer too. But yeah, that'll be a good match there. Both guys are very experienced and are very dangerous, and I think it's going to be fun watching those guys go at it. Tariq puts up points and attacks a lot, so it's one of those matches. Got to be ready, got to go out, got to dominate, set the tone for the season, and let everybody know that 41's his weight to go out and compete to win a national title this year.
The marquee matchup is going to be at 157 pounds, where we have number 1 Hayden Hidlay taking on number 4 Larry Early. These two split a pair of collegiate matchups over the last 2 seasons, and Early came away with a win over Hayden last year in his home gym. Fans love top 5 battles. How excited are you for this one?
Yeah, this one's going to be fireworks. Both guys very good. Both guys very experienced. Have a history of competing against each other all the way through their careers. And I know it's one that Hayden has circled on his radar, and I'm sure they have as well. So let's let both guys go out there, let it fly, and see who's the best guy Friday night. And I like where our focus is at. I like where we're in position as far as our training has gone. And mentally, more than anything, we are mentally ready to go out and compete. And I think some of this is going to carry over from last year. And I know Hayden doesn't like losing, and he's not going to forget that. And that's what makes wrestling great. Both guys are going to go out there and compete at a high level and see who's better Friday night.
Now, I tried something different with this podcast, as not only did we break down those 3 feature bouts with Pat here, but I also interviewed all 3 of those Wolfpack wrestlers about their season opening match. So stay tuned to hear from Camacho, Tariq, and Hayden a bit later in this podcast. But Pat, one quick housekeeping note. Maybe something that has flown under the radar some, as I only saw it in an ACC memo, but the process of selecting a starting weight for duels has slightly been altered. Putting you on the spot here, how does the process work now?
So my understanding, and I'll tell you probably next week exactly how it goes. So my understanding is we get to flip a, whether it's red or green or a coin, however we decide it. I think both coaches can decide on a weight. And if you don't decide on a weight, I think you flip for it, and the winner gets to pick the starting weight, and the loser gets – actually, the winner can pick odd or even. So whether you send out a guy first or you get the choice at the end of the first period, you get to pick that, or you can pick what weight you want to start. And then let's say we pick a weight class we want to start with, then the opposing team gets to pick odd or even. So I think that's how it works.
You did pretty good.
All right. So I've done my homework. I was at the convention when they explained it.
Now, he's graduated, but man, with Sean Foss would have been sweating this one.
Yeah. Well, we would have been starting at probably 33 every duel if we could.
But unless you lost, then every team would have started at 125. So
yeah, that's true.
Okay. So do you miss picking the random sticks?
No, I actually like this better. I think it's good. A little more of planning and some just philosophy behind it. If coach thinks, another guy's vulnerable, I think that's what you're going to see. So I'll just tell our guys to make sure we do things right, disciplined, and don't look like you're sluggish out there wrestling, and we'll be fine without guys getting attacked.
Podcast exclusive. What weight we starting at for ODU? You going to ruin it? You going to give out your secrets already?
I'm not going to. You'll see. We have a weight that we've talked about as a team that we want to start at. Okay. Fireworks start early.
You never know who's listening to this.
Yeah.
So that's a great breakdown of the ODU on Friday night. Buy your tickets now, gopack.com/buy tickets. And of course, you can purchase those tickets at the gates. If you do not make it to Raleigh, it will be streamed on the ACC Network Extra. Friend of the program, Ryan Tice, is going to be on the call now. Moving over to Saturday and Sunday, Wolfpack Duals on Saturday, Wolfpack Wrestling Club Open on Sunday. With your starters going Friday night versus ODU, what does the Wolfpack participation look like for those next 2 days of action?
Guys will probably get 2 out of 3 competitions. That's our goal. Some weights we're unfortunate to have the depth we need right now just because of some guys coming back and some guys that are redshirting. So we'll mix and match the best we can, but I'm confident we're going to put out a good lineup on Saturday. Competition isn't Division I, so those matches technically won't add to their strength of schedule, but it will add to things that we need to work on to get better, and that's really what we were doing this weekend, is to just obviously Friday night's a big duel, and then Saturday is really to get our guys focused in on things we need to continue to improve on, and then Sunday back at it with seeing who's going to be the guy at what weight, kind of mixing in outside competition, and our highest place finisher will dictate a lot for our starting lineups. The wrestle-offs obviously happen, but I don't really think they map out who the best guy is at what weight all the time. So our open will say a lot, and there'll be probably one or two weights where guys won't wrestle in our open. I can already tell you 84, Trent will wrestle Friday and Saturday just because of lack of depth at 84 right now. And then we'll take Sunday off and get ready for a big weekend the following weekend.
I think it's safe to say Saturday and Sunday, guys just want to wrestle somebody else. They're sick of wrestling their teammates in the mat room.
Yeah, and that's what we're trying to do is incorporate a lot of mixed competition and have different guys in our lineup to get everybody what they need moving forward. And we should leave this weekend with everybody getting, hopefully if we're winning, doing things right, we're leaving this weekend with 6 to 8 matches.
I think I saw your brother tweet, Journeyman Classic. They were done by 2:30.
Yes.
Wolfpack Open.
4 p.m. We
4
project.
PM? Okay. We're calling it.
Yeah. So
4 p.m. I don't think that's ever. I don't
leave
think that
Friday,
ever
but actually
happened.
leave. Yeah. Well, I see negativity here. You told me you were changing things up. Obviously, I don't see it today, but yeah, 4 o'clock is the projected time to finish with the number of entries we had for this. We actually had to shut it down with the amount of people signing up. So
Yeah, I was just.
We're at the
about to
max.
Put my name in there. So.
what weight would you be? 74?
I would be an undersized 74 right now.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking if we really were doing this, I'd have you at 41.
And I guess I should add a quick parking note for fans. Friday night, when NC State Wrestling's in Reynolds against ODU, women's soccer will be hosting an NCAA tournament game at the same time. And on Saturday, both the Wolfpack Duals in Carmichael and NC State men's basketball in Reynolds both have noon starts. So we really encourage wrestling fans to arrive early to not only get a parking spot, but to avoid any delays. Pat, this is a whole lot of action to get excited about. After summer workouts, preseason training, all those practices in the mat room, the 2019-20 season is certainly here. No turning back now.
Nope. Let's go.
Kind of wanted you to sign off a little bit better on that.
I thought
one.
you would be the one signing off.
I still have a lot.
It'll be an action-packed weekend, and I'm excited to see these guys get out there and showcase all the hard work that they've been putting in and get to see good competition all the way through the weekend. So bring your A game this weekend, Brian.
I'm going to be living inside a Coliseum or a gymnasium.
I don't want to
all
see you on
weekend.
your phone watching football either.
The Steelers play Thursday night.
all
No
right, good.
conflict whatsoever.
I've caught you several times doing that.
Pat, thanks for catching us up. Stay tuned to hear from 3 Wolfpack wrestlers about their matchups this Friday night as NC State will host Old Dominion at 7 o'clock in Reynolds Coliseum. Now got our first of the 3 featured bouts here at 125. It's going to be Jakob Camacho. Jakob, redshirt circuit, you're out of it. You're in a red and white singlet this weekend for the first time. How excited are you?
I'm pumped. This is going to be a very exciting matchup. It's a kid who is, I believe, top 10 ranked, so it's an opportunity for me to go out there and show why I'm going to be the best.
You talked about it. McGee's going to come in. He's ranked number 7th in the country. You yourself, you're ranked in the preseason. How important is this for you to establish what you're going to be doing this year?
I just look at it as an opportunity for me to go out there and perform. I'm looking on to put on a show for the fans that do come out. I'm looking to show what we do here at NC State, and that's have fun, put points up on the board, and go out there and win.
You're the type of wrestler, do you like to watch a video of your opponents? Do you just like to go out there and let it fly? Do you come in with a game plan? What's your thinking?
I'm just going to go out there and let it fly. I'm going to know what he does. I know what he does pretty well. He might know what I do pretty well, but the good thing is I'm better in all areas.
Do you get nervous before matches? Do you just get excited? Are you calm?
I'm usually actually very calm. I'll maybe a couple jokes right before I go out there, but I'm very big into having fun, and I'm very calm. I'm ready to go out there and perform.
Pre-match routine, what do you end up doing? Any music?
Yeah, I'll have a walkout song that should be loud enough for everybody to hear. That's just a fun. That'll show my personality a little bit. But pre-match routine, I go out there, I pretty much just shake out my arms, shake hands, and get ready to go.
Practice has been going on. How have you been doing in the mat room? How's the competition around your weight class?
Competition around my weight class in the mat room is as good as it's going to get. I mean, you got Trombley, Tariq, Zurich Storm, Callan Devlin. They're all very, very high-level athletes, and every day in the room it's a battle. It's a fight for who's going to score, and no one gives an inch, so I'm prepared for anything.
Would you rather start at 125 or would you rather draw?
It doesn't matter to me. I mean, if I go first, I'm going to put on a show for the fans. It'll get kick-started with some fireworks. If I'm in the middle, there'll be fireworks in the middle. If I'm at the end, then I'll be ready to put on a show for the end.
What do you have to do to win this bout?
I just got to go out there and perform the way I know I can perform. At the end of the day, it's when I'm performing my best, there's no one that can beat me.
Jacob, thanks for joining us. Good luck to you. Really looking forward to watching you in Reynolds this year.
Thank you. Come out and support.
All right, we're now joined by Tariq Wilson. Tariq, a little bit of injury last year. You suffered the injury in January, missed about 2 months. You came back for the postseason, but how close were you to 100%?
I would say about 85% close. I did a lot of rehab during the progression of me sitting out. We just tried to work it back to, I don't know. We talked it over. I talked with the trainer, and he said you might not feel at 100% because of the type of injury that you had. But we're going to do the most out of it and get you up and on your feet and ready to wrestle.
I would assume 100% right now.
Oh, yes, definitely 100%. Ready to go.
How was it this summer? You didn't do any freestyle. What were you doing this summer? How was your training like? And was it different for you this summer?
This summer, did a lot of heavy lifting, trying to get my weight up. And then I also worked a lot of technique, a lot of things I needed to, over the past seasons that I needed to work on a lot. So I focused on those areas in particular, but just a lot of lifting and a lot of technique.
You talked about you want to gain weight. You're going up to 141. What was the decision? Were you in favor of it? How do you think it's going to affect you?
I was definitely in favor of it. Moving up a weight, why not? I don't think it would affect me that much. I think it will give me an extra boost of confidence going up a weight and feeling good about myself. I got up to like 170 in the off season, so going up I think was the best decision for the team, and I talked it over with the coach and they thought so too.
Renan invited you up to 197 for a wrestle off. You didn't quite get to 197?
No. I didn't quite get to 197. I got to catch Nick. We'll continue this battle. I did catch Bullard, and I said me and him were wrestling off at 165. But, I don't think he accepted the challenge.
141, obviously different weight. You're going to see some different guys this year. What are your expectations going into the season?
Just have expectation would be just to have a great time. Also wrestle top tier caliber guys, and show them that just because I wrestle 33 and I'm moving up a weight doesn't mean that anything's changed. I'm still going to be the Tariq that everyone's known in the past, scoring points, winning matches, just getting in the atmosphere of just winning. That's what I come in to do at every tournament at any weight, 25, 33, 41, doesn't matter. I'm just going to go to win.
I was going to say, was there anything different in the weight class, just in the mat room?
No, I had to learn how to adjust to my body putting on this extra weight. So over the summer, that's the period I was adjusting, and even in the preseason, I was still adjusting to having all this extra weight added on. But now I feel like I feel good about myself. The weight's starting to come off, and I just feel energized and ready to go.
Huge home duel. You guys open with Old Dominion. They always come in, give you guys fits, tough matchup. Will you make weight?
Oh, definitely, 100%. It's right now I'm within 10, so making weight in 2 weeks should be a breeze.
Okay. Well, we were taping this before that, but now it's almost the ODU week. But huge matchup, 141. Yourself, you're ranked in the preseason, obviously, but you're going to have a top 15 opponent in Perry from ODU, another former All-American. How amped up are you for that matchup?
I'm a little amped just to see because he All-American at 141 a couple years ago, so he is All-American, and he's going to be a tough opponent to go out there and wrestle against because he has been there, he has wrestled at the weight, he has a few years under his belt, so I'm excited to have that one as my first challenge of the year official. So I'm just prepared, getting prepared now, mindset and conditioning wise, and just wait and count down the days.
Tariq, thanks for joining us. Good luck to you this season.
Always glad to be here. Thank you.
All right, here with Hayden Hidlay. Hayden, preseason's over, practice underway. How excited are you for the upcoming season?
I think I can speak for all of us in the team. We're all very excited to kind of get out there and wrestle other guys. It's not on our team and not inside the confines of WB. I think everybody's excited for that.
You said yourself, the team, how's the team been looking in practice?
I think right now we've got a really good mix of some older guys and some younger guys that are starting to kind of come into their lineup. And they're starting to realize that their role on the team. And I think that's really been good for, just team morale and the team work ethic, I think has been really picking up just because they kind of can sense the season coming along and, time's running out. And so it's time to make those last minute preparations. And, I feel confident in the amount of work that we've put in the off season. I think it's just, those preseason jitters are starting to kind of come for guys.
What about yourself? Obviously, redshirt freshman, second place. Everybody knew your name last year, but now you're going in consensus number 1 at your weight class. What were your thoughts on that, or do you even pay attention to that?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously something that comes out and people want to talk about it. And, for me, though, my job's not over until it's all said and done. Once the smoke settles and, everything clears out, I think that's whenever I can sit back and think about my accomplishments. Right now, you've got to break up with your last accomplishment and get ready to go, because there's plenty of guys that are going to be ready to take you out. And that's kind of the approach I'm taking into this year. I know there's a target on my back, but I know I've gone a couple of ways in this. The past 2 years, I started out real hot my first year, and I started out real cold my second year. And so I'm just kind of taking that, all those experiences, and looking right now where I am, it's a little bit hard to understand, but I'm kind of one of the veterans on the team. And it doesn't seem so long ago that I was just really bright-eyed and kind of getting ready for this whole journey to begin. And so I'm kind of switched roles now, and for me, I just got to take all those experiences that I've had, and I've got to put that together for the year. And then, once I get done with that, and I can sit back in March and realize, what the things I've done. But for now, it's not a whole lot. It's a clean slate. You can come in with a number beside your name, but, at the end of the day, you got to get something done.
We saw you in the U.S. Open in Reynolds. Didn't see too much freestyle. You're not doing U23s this year. What was your summer like?
I think this summer was just mostly training to get ready for this NCAA tournament. I didn't have a great trials. Actually, I had a pretty terrible trials looking back, but I think after that happened, I just kind of recognized the things that I need to get better on. I focused on those kind of deficiencies, and that's what mostly the summer was built around. I lifted really hard. I trained hard, and I think it's ready to kind of come out to show what I've gotten better at in this season.
You said the jitters are going to be out. You're in action for the first time against ODU, number 1 against number 4, Larry Early. He beat you last year. What kind of excitement? That's your first one, but that's a top 5 battle to start your season.
Yeah, no easy ones here. And, that's why I came here to NC State. I was promised that, you're going to be put in big dual meets. You're going to be put in these big matches and high profile. And, that's why I came here ultimately. So, it can be in November, it could be in March. You got to be ready to go. And I feel confident that our training throughout the year, I could wrestle a match in May, I could wrestle a match in August. I'm going to be good to go. And I know leading into this match, I know it's a familiar guy. I mean, we wrestle them every year. It might as well have been a conference match at this point. But, Old Dominion's a very well-coached team, and they seem to scout us very well. And so it's going to take a very creative effort, I think. It's going to take 7 minutes. Last year when I wrestled Early, I think, he took it to me in that match, and he was ready to go, and I wasn't firing on all cylinders. And so it's going to take a really good effort. It's going to take me getting, fired up for that. And I feel ready to go. I mean, it's the first match of the season, so there's going to be some rust that needs to be shaken off. That's how it is for everybody. But no, I'm really excited. Big time matchup, and, that's what I live for.
Hayden, thanks for catching us up. Wolfpack Nation can't wait to watch you in action this year.
Thank you so much.
The Pack Mentality Pop-Ins podcast is produced by the Mat Talk Podcast Network. For more wrestling podcasts, go to MatTalkOnline.com.